Hey, what's up guys? Have you ever wondered how many octaves are on your guitar? Well, the kind of easy and general answer is that most guitars have about 4 octaves on them. But if you want to know how many octaves are on your own personal guitar, then stick around because that's exactly what we're going to find out. Alright, so like I said, most guitars have about 4 octaves on them. And if you want to learn how many octaves are on your guitar, first you need to understand what an octave is. So an octave is basically 8 notes. That's where we get that oct from. So 8 notes, but it's not like 8 frets. I know that's kind of confusing. It's actually like 12 frets, but just stick with me. If you have a major scale, let's start with C because C is the easiest. There's no sharps or flats in the key of C. So if we start with C, C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, then F, G, A, B, C. C is 8, okay? So we have a low C, and then we have a high C. So they're the same note, they're the same letter, right? They're both C, but one is a low C and one is a high C. One is an octave higher than the other, okay? So that's basically an octave. So if we want to find out how many octaves are on our guitar, first we need to find out what the lowest note on our guitar is. So for most people, if you're in standard tuning and you have 6 strings, our lowest note is going to be an E. Okay, so the next E, the next highest E we have is going to be right here on the D string on the 2nd fret. Hear how that sounds like the same note? It's just one is higher and one's lower. Okay, so the next octave is going to be right here, this high E string, just an open string. Hear how that sounds the same? Okay, so there's 2 octaves. Next we have our 3rd octave right here on the 12th fret. And that's important to remember because the last E that we had was open, right? And then the next E that we had was on the 12th fret. So we know that an octave is 8 scale notes, but it's also 12 frets or half steps. Okay, we're on the 12th fret. And so in order to get to the next octave, we need 12 more frets. So 12 plus 12 is 24. So our next E is going to be on the 24th fret. But let's see, how many frets do I have here? We got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If I can make that note. There we go. We got 20 frets on this acoustic guitar. Now your guitar may have 20, it may have 22. A lot of them have 22 if they're electric. I think my electric has 22. And so that's not quite 24, which means that for me on my acoustic, I've got 3 and maybe a little bit more than half. So like 3.5 octaves. Okay, so everybody's guitar is a little bit different, right? Like some people have more frets, some people have less frets, some people have more strings, like there's 7-string guitars. What if you're in a different tuning, like drop D? You get an extra couple notes out of just the tuning that you're in. So if you really want to know how many how many octaves are in your guitar, then just learn how to count the octaves. But for most people, about 4 octaves. Anyway, I hope that helps, guys. If you have any questions, just leave them below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.